You guys already know what time it is. Like, damn, that's crazy. And see, on this show right here, man, this is gonna be like a little mini vlog slash mini podcast, whatever the case may be, where I just sit back, you know what I mean, speak about the things that I go through on a day to day. And the first episode, I had to do it, right? And I know a lot of people gonna look at me like, wait, you going through that? So, hear me out when I say this, right? So, I was on Facebook dating, right? You know what I mean? Using dating apps. You know, I keep dating apps like tucked on the side, stuff like that, just in case. You know what I mean? Like you meet people in person, but you also keep dating apps, you know, tucked away, you know what I mean? Backup plan. Cool, whatever. So link up, like I said, I match up with this lady. Cool, you know what I mean? Me and her get it texting back and forth, messing back and forth on that jump. And then we exchange numbers eventually. So I'm like, okay, cool. I get to know her and stuff like that. Mind you, okay, she got 2 kids. Now, I've dated women in the past who had kids before, so that's not really like a super deal breaker to me. But it all depends on like my measuring thing is if like how do you view me in this relationship? Am I gonna just be stepdaddy? Am I just gonna be a male role model to your kids? Like, what's the relationship with their fathers? Because, mind you, I found out she got 2 separate baby fathers. So, like, what is the relationship with these guys? Because that's going to be the, like, okay, like, let me chill, let me take a step back real quick. You feel what I'm saying? That's what's going to, like, have me kind of like, do I want to pursue you? Are you telling me the truth? Are you telling me the whole story? You know, whatever the case may be, right? Okay, cool. So when I linked up with her, her 2 kids were gone most of the time. So her daughter was with the grandmother. Okay, cool. Her son was with his dad who lives in a different state. All right. So me and her had a lot of like a long time, you know what I mean, one-on-one time. So we linked up. We went to, like I said, we went to this local bar by her spot. You know what I mean? They got good food, they got good drinks. I don't drink personally myself, but I say, hey, this is your environment, this your speed. I want to see you comfortable in your element. Not gonna lie to you, I learned a lot that night. You know what I mean? Like she drink like a fish. Like she all lean on top of me and stuff like that. Oh, you smell good and like stuff like that. She was just like, am I doing too much? And I said, if you gotta ask me you doing too much, it's kind of like, it's crazy a little bit if you ask me though. But she was just like, oh, am I doing too much? And just like she was leaning on, I'm just looking like, mind you, as a person who don't drink, if you're dating somebody who does drink, it's like, okay. You know what I mean? Like my family drinks, so that don't bother me that much. But let's go ahead and get into the meat and potatoes of the story. Like as my old supervisor say, like get to the meat and potatoes. So, long story short, I get off of work one day, right? I'm driving home. I text her, you know what I mean? Text her when I got off of work. And she said, hey, there is one thing that I need to talk about, you know what I mean, that this may break the relationship. So I'm sitting there thinking to myself, I'm like, okay, like, I'm like, what exactly, you know what I mean? In my mind, I'm sitting there thinking like, when somebody tells me something like that, that's never like a good thing. Like if you're gonna tell me that you're gonna tell me it's not bad, at least I don't think so. And I'm just thinking like, well, if I'm the one that you're telling this news to, I should be the one to determine if the news is bad or not. Right or wrong, right? So I finally get home, we hop on FaceTime. And she was trying to have a little small talk, but my biggest focus was, hey, like, what exactly did you have to tell me that's so bad? And of course, she tried to beat around the subject. She was just like, well, you just getting straight into it. And I'm like, yeah, because I want to know, like, what's up? And me being me, I try to be understanding about the situation. So long story short, come to find out, she's been married since 2015. And I was sitting there thinking to myself, I was like, you've been married since 2015? And like, of course, again, she was rambling, giving me all the stories. Oh, we got married and I was trying to divorce, and I was like, something about COVID, something about immigration. I think a Nigerian dude. It was just a big bunch of wild stories. So I'm just looking like, I'm like, so you're messing with me and you're still legally married. I said, so let me ask you this. How is this going to affect like our relationship though? Or whatever it is we're trying to build, like how is that going to affect that? And in her mind, it was, oh no, it's not going to affect it. Like we don't really talk to each other. But here's the weird part about it. You guys are legally married. Now on her profile, it said she had her own car, she had her own house, all these different things, right? I'm like, okay, cool. You know what I mean? You responsible. That FaceTime call told me a lot. It was, oh, yeah, she was like, yeah, we've been married since 2015. So, and then, but pause, before I continue that story. So you telling me you've been married since 2015. You have a 9-year-old daughter. You have a 2-year-old son. That means you got 2 baby fathers and a husband. You got 2 baby fathers and a husband. Here's the kicker though, guys. Here's the icing on the cake. That house that she said she got her own house. That house not even hers. That house not even hers. She lives with her husband. Like, she lives with her husband. She said, oh, he stay in the basement. Like, we don't do nothing. We don't really talk to you. We don't mess around, nothing like that. He just live here. Like, he bought this house for us. And I'm sitting there thinking, like, huh? Like, I'm like, so you had two baby fathers. She moved in with one of her baby fathers. That didn't work. So she moved back in with the husband. And I'm just thinking, like, what? Like, what? So, long story short, too, is like, okay. I said, so, if you say you done, all right. Like, if any red flag show, well, first of all, it's a red flag by itself. But it's crazy because she went against everything that I said from the beginning. I said, be transparent with me right out the gate. We didn't already talk for almost a month. We went on dates and all this, and you left that information out. But I forgot her reason. She was like, I just don't tell people that. But that's something you need to tell somebody right out the gate, though. You feel me? That's not something you wait. That's something you tell somebody right then and there, like, hey, that's something you need to tell somebody, like, hey, I'm still legally married. Oh, we're trying to work through for our divorce. Like, y'all been married since 2015. It's 2026. You blaming COVID and all these different things. Do you really want to divorce the guy or not? I'm just keeping it a buck with you. Right? So, I said, okay. I get to talk to her the next day after she told me this. And this is how I knew. This is how I'm figuring out now that I don't have no space in this whole equation between her 2 baby fathers, and her husband. This is how I know I'm just on the outside looking in, right? This is how I knew. Because she needed to get a ticket to go pick her son up from her dad who's out of state. And you know the first thing that she said? She said, she asked the baby father ain't want to give her the money. She said, oh, I'm going to ask my husband. Mind you, she's talking to me on the phone about this. And then she was like, oh, I'm going to ask my husband for it. I'm like, okay. Like, okay. That was one instant. The second instant, I was on FaceTime with her again. And she said, I just got some shoes. She said, my husband just bought me some shoes for my birthday that just passed. And I'm just like, mind you, you're on the phone with me, somebody you claiming you trying to build a relationship with, but your husband, it's like, What? It's like, and this is why I say too, like, this is why now I kind of just pulled back from that. Mind you, she went to go get her son. I just told her have a safe flight. Check in with me when you land. I ain't heard from her since. I mean, who knows? Like I said, I'm not here to be insecure. I'm not here to cause no. But it's just like you go get your son from your baby father. I text you. Because again, I told her this rule. I was just like, when you around certain people, when you around like people, because she went with her friend, she celebrated her friend's birthday. I said, we don't have to sit on the phone all day because I know you got company and stuff. So just text me periodically throughout the day, whatever the case may be. And she was semi was doing that. Cool, great. But she was FaceTiming on, I bet. But then when she went to go see her baby father on Friday, today is Sunday. I texted her Saturday, like, hey, did you make it this safe? Because she told me she had a layover, whatever the case. How you make it this safe? All right, cool. I ain't heard from her, and you got to realize, I texted her 11 o'clock on Saturday. It's already what? 11 o'clock, this is what, like 11 o'clock, 12 o'clock now? So you tell me a whole day went by. No response. And this is why I say I'm on the outside looking in, because this is really a weird dynamic that I'm up against right now. But that's why I say, me personally, I'ma just pull back, I'ma just chill, and I'ma just go about my day. You feel what I'm saying? Like, cause truth be told, before I get out of here, I'ma just keep it real with you. I don't have no place in this whole equation. Between your two baby fathers, this dude that you say you don't want, but he's your fallback option. The husband is the fallback option. No matter how much trouble she get in, and no matter her husband, her husband's always gonna be there to pick up the pieces. The fact that you moved to a whole nother state with a whole nother dude, it didn't work, and now you move back in with your husband. So basically what it is, y'all got an open marriage. I know, guys, this whole situation is weird, but this has been episode 1. And all I'm going to say is, before I get up out of here, yo, that's crazy. I'm gone.